All right, this is the second episode of my All the Mod 7 to the Sky series. I do want to advance a bit more through the quests, and I do want to get into power production, and I do want to automate the resource gathering with these two things here, which is the auto sieve and the flux hammer. I spent about 40 minutes gathering resources. I gathered a bunch of resources and I have 10 diamonds. I did record myself doing that, and there will probably be a time lapse linked in the top right corner right now. So go check that out if you want to. So to clarify what my plan is for this video, I will be starting in the Getting Started Part 2 quest line. In this quest line, there's like a lot more advanced stuff just pertaining to like the technical elements of the mod pack. But there's an entry point. There's a few entry points, but we'll be entering into here because it's the closest to what we actually want to be doing. So for this, we need a Magmatic Dynamo. This converts lava into energy, which is super useful because we have an automatic way to get lava. And then we'll get into this. But yeah, let's get started. To start off, we'll be needing to make a Magmatic Dynamo, but to make this, we'll need to gather some resources. So first of all, we have not gathered redstone, which I will do in a bit, but we also need to get Invar. Now, Invar isn't like a natural resource. It's not something we can just acquire through sieving or whatever. We actually need to make Invar dust. But how do you make Invar dust? Well, you need iron dust and you need nickel dust. This will give you 3 Invar dust. If you watched the time lapse of me gathering all the iron, you will know that this ore hammer was super useful in getting this dust. But now we need nickel dust. Well, we have plenty of nickel already. We'll just need 2 to get the amount that we need. And then here we go, we have 9 nickel. I will now get the redstone that is required, and I will smelt down the gold that is also required to make this. All right, so now I have finished gathering the redstone. Yeah, let's make the Magmatic Dynamo. So first we need to make the gear. Then it's, oh, whoops, I forgot a step. I need to get some gold. So we need to make the redstone flux coil. And then we put that there, gear underneath it, 2 iron, 2 Invar, and glowstone. Now we have the Magmatic Dynamo. So we need to make 2 of these, which I will do real quick, and then I'll be back. Now I've finished making the second one. While I was making that, I decided to go ahead and make some more crucibles and campfires. I want to keep this for crafting purposes so that I can use it without interfering with energy production. So I made some more for this. I also went ahead and made some glass because that is useful for making the flux sieve and the flux hammer, which I'm going to make right now. So for this, I need my, let's actually look up the recipes. Let's save those. So this one's glass with the hammer in the middle with a hopper as well. So let's make the hopper. And then I believe this also, so both of these use blocks of iron. For the hammer or the sieve, it takes iron bars instead of glass. So I'll make those. And then I also need the hammer. And then this should be it for the hammer, right? And then, oh, there we go. Okay, and then for the, I need to make another sieve. Oh. There we go, put that in the center. Around it with, not glass this time, it is now iron bars. Does this also need a, it does need a hopper. All right, so we used most of our iron. So it's a good thing that we spent some time earlier making that. So now we have this done. There's no rewards, but now we have this done. So let's set up like temporarily, because we'll be in the next video, we'll probably be expanding this out, or between now and the next video, I'll be redesigning the island so that we can actually use the space. But let's design sort of the basic shape of it. We'll put it over here. It's the only place we have room, so it will need 2 crucibles. We'll put it in like this. I will need to make some pipes. So there's a few pipes that we can use. We can use the mechanism pipes, which is a mod. There's a bunch of different pipes, but I think I'm going to opt for the simpler pipes for this case. These will probably be more useful later on, but for now, what I'm going to be using is just simple pipes. These require iron though, so I will need to, unless I have iron, I do not. So I'll need to gather more iron, and we'll be right back. All right, so now I have gotten some iron. It's not as much as I had before, but it is enough to help us along where we need to go. So we need 2 types of pipes for what we're planning on doing. We need item pipes and we need fluid pipes. What I'm planning on, let's move this, because actually, so we go into the pipes mod. There's a wrench. This is super useful, so we'll be making that. If we shift and click it, it'll cycle through pipe. So pipe, that's intake. This is taking it out, and then this is just cuts it off, so it's not interacting with this at all. So let's wire this over like this, and we'll need to make it so it takes it out. Now these will be filling up. So now that we get lava generated from here, we need to put that into here. So this is where we'll be putting the fluid pipes. Now, as you can see, they're generating now, but now we need to actually have it set up to do something. So for that, we're going to start off by putting, I believe this is the right direction. Is it? I think it's supposed to face the other way. So it's supposed to face this way. This will be the input path. So we'll put that there. And then we'll need an inventory on the output side. I believe it's this way. Or it updates once it gets through. So I think I put it in the wrong way again. Out of energy. So once it fills up, let me put this in there now. There we go. So now it's outputting to here. We need to put, I believe the output is just directly underneath for this. It's a bit confusing. It's not super clear of which one. And then I need a sieve. Let's just take it from there. And then it should work now. So now it's outputting into here automatically. So now we don't have to worry about that. And then what we can do, and we'll probably do later on, is we can, if we go to flux compactor, this is really expensive and we don't have all this stuff for it. We need nether quartz. What it does is it compacts, it has like a 9x9 inventory, much like these, and it will try to look for these combinations and it will output them. So if we put in the lead pieces, it will take out 4 of those lead pieces and turn them into raw lead, and then we'll want to store those somewhere else, which is what we'll do eventually once we set up like a permanent station for this setup. One way to make this design better would be to improve this, because this isn't outputting at all times just because this is super slow. So we'll need to improve this at some point, but for now, I think that's going to be it for this video.